This chapter was about a critical mass of knowledge. Knowledge about hard facts like people, time, cash, and assets. You heard it before. And before giving new tasks, you should know about your current resource consumption. We call that stage one. And then you know how much new resources you can allocate to new ideas. Especially for the people around you, the time consumption for daily tasks is something you should have an eye on. Resources are always limited, and keep risk and emotions in mind. And that is the basic idea of this chapter. That's all. To give you a little framework for that, we talked about what I call the information matrix, to structure your knowledge, but also to make you ask questions. I mean, don't make it a rocket science. Usually it is simple. Integrate this pattern in your daily routine. For example, let us assume you are a home office working dad, home alone with your kids. Your intention is, or in other words, your wife called you to remind you that you have to drive your daughter to ice hockey training this afternoon when she has finished her homework. That is the intention. Let's assume no other intentions around. Okay, what is the situation? People. Well, people, you are at home. Your daughter is home and working on her homework. Time. Well, usually it takes 30 minutes to go to the ice hockey training by car. Training starts in 2 hours. Cash, not relevant here. Assets. You have a car in the garage, the car is functional and gas tank is full. Okay, let's talk about risks. Risk is, well, for your personal, your home office working, somebody will call you on short notice for a meeting. Second risk, your daughter is not finished with her homework in time. And also, usually, there's a 5-minute backup delay on the highway. In addition, you're waiting for some home delivery from Amazon. You might miss that. Friction? Oh, yes. Since your daughter has a smartphone, friction definitely is an ongoing topic. It's like, where's my charger? Or, Dad, we cannot go. I can't find my earphones. So, yes, you will have friction. Take that into account. Emotions. Yeah. Emotions, she's not really motivated to go on the one side because the last game didn't go too well, but all her friends are there. So she might go, but you might lose additional 5 minutes because you have to do some motivational talk to her to get her there. Also, we all know she wants to go there. Simultaneously, you have to look for those earphones, most likely. Thoughts like that. It's very easy. Just get used to the pattern. Learning leadership is about applying what you learned here to everyday situation. And it is up to you how complex, how deep you make it. If you are a CEO of a company, you can ask your management accountant to assist you. Classic management accountant is about asking questions like, how will future business intention affect the cash flow of our company, taking investment, working capital, and future development scenarios into account? Personal remark here, I have the intention to make a class like this we are just having here on classic management accounting, which is simply the corporate finance extension of chapter 3, talking about balance sheet simulation for business. Coming back to our chapter 3 here, we valued information, knowledge, and we talked about doing calculations as the foundation to leadership. Well, let's give it another twist here. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, says, here's another quote, "Thus, though we have heard of stupid haste in war, cleverness has never been seen associated with long delays." End of quote. And that means, yes, calculations are important, totally necessary, and there should be no excuse at all for intellectual laziness. But calculation should in general not affect the timeline of your actions. you should not delay anything because you need more time to think about it. It is a common exercise to not act because you say, oh no, I need more information. That would be a trap. And additionally, there's a bunch of other statements from Clausewitz. We talked about him. Opposing planning. He says the possibility to plan is very limited because you always will have effects that you cannot foresee. Decisions often have to be made under time pressure and fragmentary information. A constant element is the fog of uncertainty. That's an expression he uses. Most information we will receive are contradictional, wrong, or uncertain. Doesn't sound too good. So if that's true, why should we plan at all? There is a constant change on the information landscape and on the underlying reality causing that information landscape. That's life. Okay, think about it. Well, assuming you're on a project or in a situation, there's a sudden change, something unforeseen. Now, what can you do? Well, you can say all planning is gone, and then you say, well, but we have a constructive mindset and we will go on. But just by what you have learned now, you can ask, because you visited this class, is it a change in information according stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3? Oh, okay. It is an asset we need for stage 2. Understood. We cannot have it. Does that change our intention landscape? No. And because you have skill, you can ask structured questions. And that is why people will turn to you as their natural leader. Whoever may have the position of the so-called manager. See you in the next chapter.